Yeah, the reason I wanted to do this specifically to end stream is because I actually figured out some of the levels that I was stuck on Monday. And the next time I would be able to stream this would be in a couple of weeks. So I just want to do those levels now. So I don't actually forget what the solutions were to those. Anyway, so there was one in this world that I got stuck on. It wasn't Supernova, it was this one. And I've since figured out my mistake. I mean, it wasn't really a mistake, it was just like the one thing in terms of routing that I hadn't done yet, or like hadn't tried yet. So, to recap, what we needed to do in this stage was you basically have to open this -3 brown door, but in order to get negative brown keys, you either want to get this lock or this lock. And you see you have two paths here. And now the way this is set up, you can only get one of those two paths. Now the problem with this path is that you get -2 red keys here, and then you get +2, so you get 0. But the thing is, you need red keys to like open this stuff. So this path doesn't really work. Then this path, I concluded that it was impossible to get it to work, but actually there was one option I just hadn't tried yet. So I made a note of this. Yeah, so what I did before every time was I got these keys, but actually you don't want to do that at the start. What you want to do instead is do this, then do this, and open up this path. Then you get these +2, and then you can open up this. And I don't know if you want to get this quite yet. I guess it doesn't hurt. Then we want to get the brown keys, so that's pretty late. And in fact, we actually still don't want to get them. I think... Oh, no, we need to open this. Right. So yeah, now we get those. Yeah, we don't want to get... Don't want to make that brown. Okay, now we have 4 brown keys, as you can see. So what we can do now is open this. Now we have -3. We can do this, do this, and win. So yeah, there's nothing special there, it's just a specific ordering of what you do. Then we have Supernova, which I haven't looked at yet. But we'll just have another look at how this level works again. By the way, I forgot to pop out the chat. Okay. So, someone went and hole punched a few of the star keys, making them unstar keys. Yeah, so unstar keys, so this is now no longer susceptible to change, but then if we get this, now it is susceptible to change. So now it actually does go down. So that's how those unstar and star keys work. Anyway, so... What do we want to do? So we want to get to the end, obviously. Now, what do we have? So here we have a -8. The thing with this -8 is that, yeah, there are only -4 and then -4 of these. How else can you lose purple keys? Well, you can get -4 here. So yeah, I guess you can, if you want to, you can stay at -8. So you can star the purple, then. So that allows you to open that. Now if you want to get this, that's going to be an issue. But in theory we could now get to the end, I guess, yeah. I'm actually thinking maybe you do this and then star this, then open up this, get that, then you unstar it. You get this -4. You get this. You get this -4, and you star it. Now we still need to get that done. But that should work normally. Because if we can get to here, then we can get -8 and we can make it to the end. For now though, we want to deal with these locks. I think we want to star this so I can actually make it through this part. So the thing is though, you also want to unstar Cyan at some point. I think you might want to wait. Yeah, now you get 4. Well, we were at 6 before, so actually that doesn't gain us anything. We could also destroy this with a master key, which I don't know if that's useful. Probably isn't. I think here we want to use a star key to open both of these. Also, like, here's a blank lock. What do we want to do with that? I think maybe this, then this, and now we get 8. Then we get 2 of these. I think we star this. We get through all of this. We can open both of these now. And actually, in fact, we can open that one like that. Oh, that's just it. Wow. Okay, that's not a very hard stage at all. I just massively overcomplicated it last time, I guess. Then we have one more stage in World 7. Transferal. The brown key curse interestingly affects doors which need an aura effect to be opened. Yeah. The reason for this is that the auras simply prevent a door from being opened, but not necessarily from having its properties changed. I hope that makes enough sense. Ah, okay. So basically what they're saying is, if we get these brown keys, we could just use that effect here. So the effect does go to that. Now, what I find interesting is that this level unlocked after doing Supernova, but there are no star keys in this level, so I don't know why it's locked behind doing that. Oh well. Let's see. So we can't open this, we can't do anything here. So yeah, actually it's forced to get this. Then we still can't open anything with that, so this is forced. But maybe we don't want to get these quite yet. Who knows? I doubt it, because it wouldn't actually... Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. We could just get those. So now, what do we need to do to get to the end? So we need to get these white keys and these white keys, and then put them in here. Or we can also get these brown keys and then put them in here. What we also definitely need is this red key, because otherwise we can't, because this is frozen and otherwise that doesn't work. We also have sets of 2 white keys here. I think we want to get these, honestly. The 13 brown seems really powerful. And then maybe this. Problem now is we get -4 brown, which we don't want, because now if we get these, we have 9 and that's not nice. We want to somehow gain more bran, but I don't think that's possible. Yeah, there are literally no other locks in this stage. That's literally the only lock in this stage that has a different inside and outside color. Alright, that's interesting. So is there no way to get extra brown keys then? I guess there isn't. Oh, there's also 2 white keys over there. So yeah, I guess the goal is then to either get both of these or get one of these and then all 3 of these. Then we still get 12 white keys in total. Now I find it interesting that it's white keys and not pure keys. I guess, yeah, that's just to indicate the fact that it could be brown, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Because in order to get that red key, you need to do this, and that puts your total down to 9, which is not enough to open that. And there's no way to increase your brown count. There's no way to not open that. Like that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that doing it with brown keys is impossible. But the stage is called Transferal, so maybe something special's going on there. Who knows? I might try doing oh wait, this gives you 11 keys? Yeah, that still doesn't make a difference. Like, there's literally no way to open this without losing 4 brown. Yeah, we can definitely use the brown keys for something else, but not to open the ending. Now, considering we need to go up here anyway, it looks like this might be a good option. But there are also a lot of other paths that depend on brown keys, so I'm not quite sure of that yet. Also, if we want to get this, we have to get 2 brown keys, because there's only 1 red key, so this has to be brown keys. Actually, let's look at how many cyan locks there are. So we have 2, 4, 8, 10, and then this one is still here. But these ones, I think, are just here. Yeah, these ones are just here so you can get to 0 of a particular color. Now the thing with that is... Oh yeah, this needs 0 of everything except cyan, and then this needs cyan to be 0. I think this one might be the one that we open with brown keys, then. So, like, yeah, we do that. Then in terms of pink keys, I actually haven't thought about how that's gonna play out. Oh yeah, by the way, there's no difference between doing this and doing it the other way. Yeah. And we still have 5 left. We can't open this, so we need to get everything else. So we need to get this, this, and this. Okay, that's interesting. So in that case, let's open up these pads, I guess. Then in terms of orange, we have 2, 3, 9. Okay, we need to open this in order to get that. Or we could get 0 brown. Actually, no, that doesn't work, but because this one's first. So yeah, we need to... Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Okay, so... Get this. Yeah. Then we get that as well. Now in terms of pink keys... Oh, wait. Ah, the only way to get to 0 with those is by getting this lock, which is 12. So we need to do that and that. while not getting anything else. So... Okay, wait. Yeah, I see how this is gonna play out, I think. So we can waste the orange key on this, but we can't use a pink key here. We're actually gonna have to use a brown key. And here, this is gonna take away 4 bran. We don't want to open that. We don't want to open that. Yeah, I think that's everything. Also, let's just get this. It's curious that we're not actually using the red key for anything else. Like, there's no red lock anymore, but I guess, yeah. It's possible, yeah. Okay, then we get that, and now we can, get rid of the 12. The thing is, though... Wait... No, it's not gonna work, is it? That does not work. Because now I can't open this. I can get all of this. Oh wait, but I don't need to get that, do I? Oh wait, I do need to actually get past this part. Oh yeah, no, I see. I see what we do. Open this. Then do everything. Yeah, wait. Yeah. Then we get this. We do that, we do that. We do this. Nope, not like that. Oh yeah, we also need to destroy that. Oops. Oh, but if you do that, then this gets bran. Oh, and that doesn't work. Okay, so I wanted to make this bran and then go somewhere else, but that doesn't work. Oh, wait, but we can, yeah, we can wait on opening this. Okay, wait. Hold on, I can cook. I can cook a bit here. So, yeah, this is gonna have an effect applied. Wait, we don't want to get those round keys yet. Oops. Now we want to get them. Okay. Then we do this. We do this. Yeah. Now we can get this, and we're gonna unbrown this later. Okay. Yep. We need 2 more to go. Oh wait, we can just get that. Yeah, and that works. Now we get this. We do that. We get this. We get this. 0. Oh wait, nope, we don't want to do that yet. We first want to get this, so we have -4 bran. And now we can undo that effect. And also, yeah, do that. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. You know, there was only 1 lock of that type in this stage, but it was still an interesting puzzle nonetheless. I did mess up though. We need to open up this first. But then everything else is still gonna work. Oh wait, shoot, I forgot. We want to do this as well. Okay, cooking. And we get the 12 that we need, and we win. And the top right was just a distraction. Nice. That's every level in World 7 done. That's pretty good. Now I'm gonna go to World 10, and because I figured out one level that I was stuck on, and I have an idea for another level that I was, yeah. So, and then after that, I might check out some of the extra levels in World 9. Right, preservation. I did all of that in 15 minutes. That was like 3 levels. Insane. Anyway, so brown keys. Yup. So brown keys with glitch doors. Now, apparently, you know, this was called preservation. So I started thinking about, what if you could preserve the brown effect on this, or like, what if you could do something with the brown effect and glitch doors? And it is actually that. It's a very specific interaction. So I'll just try to reconstruct what I did off stream. So if we get these -8, no, wait, we actually don't want to do that. Okay, we want to do this. No, yeah, wait. Sorry, I'm just kind of forgetting what I did. Yeah, no, we don't get the sign flip, but we do this, and then do that, right? Yeah. Okay, now we're at -4 Bran. We can sign flip that, and now we can. Now you might notice, so this is now black, but the moment we open any other lock, it's gonna not be black anymore. But we can do this. If we now open this, it actually, you'll see in a bit, it actually, this did not change. So that's the trick here. So now we can do that. And I think, yeah, no, wait. In order to do this properly, you have to do something like this. Then we get the -8 here. We make this not brown anymore. We do that. And then here we make this not brown anymore, but the lock was still brown because, you know, the last lock we destroyed was... Or no, wait. We made this brown when it was brown. So the brownness gets preserved. So basically anything that you curse with glitch doors gets preserved. That color gets preserved. So yeah, that was kind of a revelation I had off stream. So basically we make this not brown anymore, but because it was still brown when we cursed it, it remains brown, and then we're good. And we win. Let me turn on the lights. So yeah, that's how that level works. Then this one, I wasn't sure, but I have some ideas. So last time... Okay, maybe I can just recap everything about this level. So, the thing is, we need to get through this door with 50. Now, there are a couple of options for this. Option 1, use a master key, doesn't work because we only have negative master keys, and those would just make it harder to open. Okay, option 2, you get some number, or you get 50 of some number of key. And then the question is which number of key, or which type of key. Well, we start off with 50 white, so you'd think, oh, isn't it just that? But the problem is, if this lock wanted to be white, we'd have to open this, and that requires us to have 0 white. But then we need to get this negative 50 first, and then we can open that. But then we don't have 50 keys anymore. We don't have 50 white keys anymore. We have 0. So then we need to get 50 white keys, which this glitch key will be white because this is the last lock we opened. So we could get that, but the problem is we'll open these locks first. So, and you can't change the order in which you do this. So this will not be white. This will never be white when you get here. So that's a problem. So white doesn't work. Then maybe master keys works. Well, you could... The last lock you open here is a master lock, but then you get a star master key, which basically makes it so that you can't change the number of master keys that you have. So it's always going to remain at 0 or -1 or whatever. So if you get these, it's not going to add 50, it's just going to stay at 0. Same for the brown keys, so we also can't use brown keys. So that eliminates 3 of the 6 options. Then we still have pure keys. Now if you do the math, it just doesn't work. So if we get -7 here, this is forced. We have to get these -4 to be able to open or to get this and then to be able to open this. So we get -11. We have 5 locks here. That is -10. So the most we could have is -1. But then if we get this, we have 49, which is 1 short of opening this. So that also doesn't work. Then we still have purple and orange. Now, I thought purple and orange were also impossible, which is why it just got stuck on this level. But actually, I think they are possible. So here's the deal with purple and orange. So if we want to get through this part, we have to get 0 white keys, as I said, to open this lock. That means we need to get this -50, but then we get these star keys, so we have the same problem as here. Now, the difference is we don't actually need to go over here. What we can actually do, and this is something I did discover last time, but I didn't realize the full potential of it, and I think I can just show this now. So we can open this, because we don't have any brown keys. Now, we want to open this, but it doesn't work, but we can make it brown. So what we can do is we can do this, and then make this brown, and make this brown. We get to 0 brown keys, we open this. Note how we never went up here, and how we never actually lost any white keys. Now the white keys are still not going to be the answer, but we now have a variable number of these, which means that these could actually be the one that we get here. And yeah, that's all I figured out basically. I think, did I write anything else down? Yeah, no. That was all I wrote down off stream. I just made like a Notion page with the ideas on how to solve these. Har du tar ben... Ja. Ja, no. Alright, so we can then open this. Now we can also do that. And then we do this. Now we want the last lock that we open to be either purple or orange. Problem is, if it's orange, it doesn't actually work because... Yeah, no. Okay, now we're actually stuck. So, if we want to get purple to work, we have to get 0 orange, but we don't have that. And if we want orange to work, we need to have 0 purple, but we don't have that. So now it puts us in a bit of a pickle. Alright. I have another idea, which is maybe to just get these while this is starred. So now this is starred. Purple can't change. We get this. We open this blank lock. And now we can get this whenever we want. I'm not gonna do that quite yet. Oh wait, but I must stop this. Yeah. Okay, now we get this. We do that. Yeah, that's all good. Wait, what key type is this? Oh, that's master key. Okay, yeah, that doesn't work. We can open this, but I don't think it matters because we can... Yeah. Plus 50, and we win. Let's go. Wow. Okay, so that was quite convoluted. My pinky. But yeah, it does work somehow. Should I just continue with the next level now? Terminal access. We'll see. If I get stuck on this, I'll just do World 9 levels instead. Are your hacking skills up to par? Great. This combo door looks very high-tech because of the glitch lock on it, so maybe you can bypass its firewall or something. Wait, Ryan, it's a door, not a computer. Well, I guess that mistake gets even the best of us. Alright, so... what we want to do here, then, is... yeah, okay, so we want to open this. Now, the fact that it's white on the outside is just aesthetic, that doesn't actually make a difference. Then the fact that... okay, so we want to have one cyan. So we want to get at least one of these two. We want to have no pure keys. Which, I don't know, that doesn't seem to be relevant because we can't actually get pure keys. So I don't know why that's there. Like, it's also here and here. I think that's also just aesthetic. Oh, I guess it means that you can't make it a Bran. Yeah, you can't make this lock Bran and then bypass it or something like that. Yeah. Then we have this, which is... yeah, so we want to have 0 master keys and 0 brown keys going into this, and then the real kicker is that we need to have 50 of some amount of key, or some type of key. The thing is, none of these look big enough to actually do that, so it's probably going to be this pink one. So, and considering this requires 1 pink key, I'm inclined to open this. Yeah, that looks about right. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I need to... no. Yeah, see you in like 2 minutes. I'm back. So yeah, so the hint doesn't actually say anything, or like the text under the level actually doesn't help with anything. Terminal access, that name also doesn't help with anything. So yeah, we're just gonna have to figure it out then. Okay, we have an exact 0 brand key. We have a sign flip of, you know, whatever we last opened. We have a sign flip of a master key. Now we could also just, for example, do this, and then we can sign flip this anyway. Then we have another sign flip to use for later, but I don't think that's very useful. We have this blank pink lock, which, I mean, sign flipping pink is not useful. This would do that. This would get rid of all of our pink keys, so I don't think that's useful. Yeah, you can't bypass this because there's a pure element on it. So that's why the pure element is there. It's just so you can't bypass any of these locks. Problem is... yeah, there is no way to, there's no way to open this one, right? I mean, you can open it, but then you have 0 pink keys, and there's no way to get back to 50, and there's no way to get any other color to 50. So... yeah, this one is not happening. So that means we need to open this, and that requires 6 master keys. So I guess, yeah, I was on the right track by doing, this. Then I can get this. Oh, but now the last lock I opened was the master lock, which doesn't work. I see the issue. And then if I open that, now I don't have the things needed anymore. So that's the catch-22 of this level. Interesting. So maybe we wanna... do we wanna double this one up? Don't think we do. Also, is it even possible? Yeah, no, you can't even double it up if you wanted to. The only other option I see is using brown keys then. So yeah, like -6 brown. And then we could turn that into 6 brown keys. We can't open this with that, and we also can't open that. We can make this brown, but that doesn't really help. Then we just lose the 6 brown keys. We could do this. I don't know if that's useful. It doesn't really look all that useful. Oh, maybe we could make this brown. Okay, that seems more useful. Let's try that. So we open this, and then we... oh, we have to sign flip the brown though. So wait. We do this first. Now we do this. Yeah. But then the last lock we opened was still brown, so it still doesn't work. So basically we need to find a way to make the last lock we opened pink. And like, I'm not 100% certain that this isn't an option. I think it's just bait though. Like, it looks like bait. Yeah, no, that doesn't help. Okay, this is a tricky one. Yeah, I really don't know what to do here. If this had been like one key, then I could open this with like pink stuff, but like it doesn't work. Is there any way for me to get like a number of pink keys that isn't 51? Because in that case I could just open this and then we'd be fine. Don't think there is a way. Yeah, no. We can get negative 50, we can get positive 50, we can get positive 51, negative 51. And that's like it. So, yeah. Maybe we make this brand now, but I don't think that's gonna work. Right? Wait. Yeah, no, you can't make this brown because of the pureness. What else can you make brown? I mean, you can make this brand, but that's not very useful. Then you just lose 6 brand keys. Like, if we're gonna make something brand, it's gonna have to be something with a glitch. But this is the only thing with a glitch. If we make this brand, then we just lose 6 brand keys instead of... Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't make a difference. What is this exact 0 for with the brand? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not using yet that I don't know how it would be used. I mean, exact 0 just probably means that we can open this and get to the end. The sign flip on the master key is also something I'm confused about. I have an idea, wait. No, that doesn't work. It's not gonna work, but... Can I like double these? Can I double this? No. I can double this. Is that useful? I don't know. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, 48. That's 48. But that's still not enough. Sorry, it's 36. I thought it was an H knock. My bad. Ah, but that still doesn't get us far enough. And like... Yeah, the only way to get master keys is to destroy this, so we're not doubling this. Is there anything else that can be doubled? I mean, I could... Maybe we can double this? It's not useful, though. Yeah, you can't even double it. Okay, So yeah, the only thing you can double is this. And that gets you to a maximum of 36 keys. Sorry, did I say 36? I meant... I meant 42. That's still not 50. We're 8 short. I don't know how we're gonna get those extra 8. We can get 6 here. That gets us to 48. I think we might want to get to like 50 Bran. But I just don't know how. Like also, even if I did use this here, it wouldn't actually add 6. It would only add 6 if like the bottom, the outside and the inside color were different, but that doesn't apply. I mean, that doesn't help. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on this one, honestly. I mean, does doing this help at all? No, right? How do you get to 50 brown keys? Okay, so if we could use this one twice, then we'd be good. Because then we'd get like -12 and that would be more than enough. But there's no way to do that. Yeah, -6 is the best we're gonna get. There's no point in doing this. Except if you want to do something weird like that. But that doesn't help. Wait, have I tried... Wait, let me try something. So, let me do that. Sign flip this. Okay, I can't make this bran. Can I make this bran and do something with it? Yeah, but it doesn't help. So, yeah, it's not gonna help us do anything. Ah, shoot. Yeah, no, I'm baffled. I have no idea how you do it. Wait, I have one more idea. No, this does not work at all. Doesn't help in the slightest. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure pink is impossible. That I know. Like, there's just no way to make it work. Bran is, like, so close to being possible, but it also just doesn't work. White, there's no way to gain white keys besides those 6. So that also doesn't work. I mean, master keys, there's no way you're getting to 50 master keys. And if you did not have that at some point, you could just use it to get more brown keys, and that would actually already work. So yeah, no way we're getting to 50 master keys. Can we get more master keys than we have currently? I don't think so. Yeah, the one cyan that we need. Yeah, no, I'm kind of just convinced that this one doesn't work, so I think we'll just leave it be. I'll just wonder about it for a bit. Let's have a look at this one, but you know, okay, you know, this looks horrible. So humor me on this, because we're really about to push some boundaries here, but a door without locks, a lockless door. Incredible, right? The icing on this gag cake is that even though they don't have any locks, you can open them anyway. And open them you shall. Have fun. I will. You know, this looks doable in comparison to the last level. So yeah, it's not a blank lock because we don't even need to have 0 to open it, which is nice. Also, why is this here? Is this here for any specific reason? No. That gap is just there. Okay, we need 64 pure keys. Is that just all of these? I think so. Is there any way to gain pure keys other than just grabbing these? I don't think there is because the only pure lock is this. So no. So 27. Wait. 35. 50. 64. So we need to get all of these. Okay, that's settled. Now the interesting thing is, so we have 12 orange keys, but that's not enough to open anything right now. We have white, but that also doesn't help. I mean, yeah, we can grab these white keys if we want to help. This is not gonna happen. Yeah, we need 8 cyan to open this and then more stuff. Ah, I think I see how this is gonna work as. So basically we just get one of these 3. You know, for white. Then we open some locks with that. So we open this and maybe like this, I don't know. And then what we do is we go to the next color, orange. We grab some number of keys of that. We open this and we open some more stuff. And then cyan, we open this, we open some more stuff. And then in the end, we should have everything. Now, maybe it's worth looking at how many keys there are in total to see if we have any margin. I don't think we will. So this is 15. This is 22, 42, 56, 64. Yeah. And I think this is also 64. If we add up 12, 9, that's 21, 19, 40. Yeah, so okay, so it's exact. We need exactly. It's only gonna work out exactly. Okay, so that's interesting. That means, okay, we want to get at least 20 white keys. So actually we need to get this, because we've done open this. And we can then open this. Then in terms of orange... 9 or 19. I think both could work. If we get 9, we can get this. Then we have 7 left. Which we can't open anything else with, so I don't think that's the solution then. If we get 19 and we open this, then we have 17 left. We have 9 left, we have 5 left, doesn't work. We have 6 left. We have 2 left. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so that doesn't work. But we definitely need to open this. Oh, but this also counts as an orange lock. So maybe that'll help us. Yeah, wait, it's... Yeah. I think I see what they're trying to go for here. So I think we want to get the 9. And then we can open this later. Now, is there anything we want to open with those orange locks right now? I don't think so. We're gonna get 19 cyans. Then this is gonna be 11. 3. Then we can open that. Yeah, no, I see how it's gonna work. Yep. Cool. So we get this. Now we do this. This. And this. But now you think, oh, we can't get orange anymore. Well, bam, we opened this lock. Now the last lock we opened was orange, and we get those. So yeah. That wasn't too bad. Let's see what 10-9 has to offer. I think all of these are... Yeah, all of these are extra levels. This one seems menacing. Oh, the toy box. Okay. Well, we'll do Cascade first. Ooh, this one looks complicated. Okay, there's some unmodified glitch keys just sitting out in the open. I guess you could grab them as is if you really wanted to. There should be a glitch key counter now. Oh god. Please don't. Please don't. Now we have 17 glitch keys. And we have... Oh god. The ramifications of this are actually not okay. Holy... Oh my god. But yeah, the moment we do anything, like the moment we open any lock that isn't a glitch lock, all of these are gonna be something else. Although actually, because there is one glitch lock that's accessible, that's not actually true. We could make this like that. No, but then this is gonna remain orange. So yeah, the moment we open any lock that isn't a glitch lock, everything is gonna be a certain color. So that means we can open this, but that's about it. Now, if we have 17 glitch keys, I don't think we want to actually get those. Because what are we going to do with them anyway? Or, you know? Like, we can open this with that, and then we can't even get out of here, so we're actually screwed. Or we could go to the right, but then we're also screwed. So, like, there's no point in getting that. We can just make that any other color. Or, you know, if we don't need these, then we could also get them right away, because they're useless. And then we don't have any problems with these blank locks. But yeah, I think for now, let's just have a look at what other options we have. We have 4 pink keys here, but the thing is, there's no pink anywhere. So that's probably going to be with a master key. The cyan is going to be the same. Purple, we do have that. Brown keys. Oh yeah, we could open that with brown keys too. Oh. Let's think about this for a sec. So, if we get white, then, I mean, the only thing we can open with that right away is this, but then we're stuck here. So that doesn't help. If we get orange, we can open some stuff. If we get purple, we can open some stuff right away. So I think those might be more interesting to look into. We just need to figure out one color where we can actually get to 0 with it. Alright, so like this, 10 orange keys, well we have this here, but yeah, you can't open that with that. I guess, yeah, if these were orange, then you could open that. Then we have 27 orange keys. Then that's 23, 11. How are you gonna get rid of 11 though? I mean, you could do 10. But then you could have just grabbed this too. So that doesn't really matter. And then how are you gonna do 10? Well, you could do this. Yeah, I guess you could get to 0. No way, but there's no 8 anywhere. Bam, bam. That's 4. Wait, yeah, if you have 27, you can also do this. Then you still have 11. So actually that doesn't work. So that's just a multiple of 4. Yeah, you'd need to get one of these two. Okay, it might be worth looking at, like, I think all of these numbers are, yeah, they're not multiples of 4. And most of these locks are multiples of 4, except this, this, and this. And the blank locks, but those don't really count. The star key is also kind of confusing me at the moment. Okay, what we definitely want to do is... I actually don't know. Wait. But wait, getting a star key for... Okay, the color that we get a star key for is not going to be the one that we open this with, because if we get this fixed, then it's gonna be like... Yeah, it's gonna be not 0, right? Wait... No, but you can't get back from there. You know, if these locks weren't here, the stage could very easily be cheesed by just getting this, then getting the 17, which doesn't count, and then just getting to the end. But that doesn't help. That doesn't work. Also, yeah, there are 3 of these because you have 2 master keys, so you can't cheese this. Okay, let's just try stuff. So, I don't know, purple calls out to me for some reason. Oh, but this also takes away 4 purple. Wait, that's still a multiple of 4. How am I gonna do that then? If I get this, then I'm at 35. If I could get rid of 1, then I'm at 34, which is still not a multiple of 4. I think, yeah, all of these are 2 more than a multiple of 4. Well, damn. So yeah, all of those are 2 more than a multiple of 4. And then this is 1 more than a multiple of 4. So if we get that in combination, we get 3 more than a multiple of 4. We can get 2 more than a multiple of 4 again, but there's still no way to get to a multiple of 4 to actually get to 0. So that sucks. That's like really important. Yeah, it's gonna be with brown keys somehow. So like if you use brown keys on something, but that still doesn't make a difference, does it? No. I'm not sure this is possible. Okay, the only color that's different is the glitch, which isn't really a color, but okay. Because that one's one more than a multiple of 4. So if we could make that one work somehow, then we'd be good, but... Okay, I have an idea. It's not to get those. Yeah, you couldn't even break this if you wanted to, wait. Yeah, actually, if you fall down in right here, it's just a death trap. Oh, wait, but if you get brown keys, you can preserve. But, oh, you can only get brown keys behind this, so that doesn't work. Otherwise, you could you could preserve this glitch, but that doesn't work. Bro, what is this? And that doesn't help either. It's gotta be with this. I mean, if you get this and then open a lock, does the key amount magically go to something else? No. Okay, here's the one thing that could work, is if we don't get one of these, and then get this for that key amount, or for that type of key. But then we'd have to... we'd have to open a lock. We'd have to open a blank lock then. Which doesn't work. There's no blank locks except this, but that doesn't help. Yeah, I'm not convinced this is possible. I mean, actually, if you do this... Wait, whoops, wrong one. Then you get -4 of those. Then you get 13. I guess, yeah, if you get that too, you can get -8. Then you're still at 9, which is still not the thing we're looking for. You can get to 5. Cool. Great. Yeah, and then you're still at 5. I think this is the furthest you can get without actually having to use any glitches. Or without having to open any locks that aren't glitches. Oh, wait, but if you master key something, it doesn't... Oh, wait. If you master key something, it doesn't actually count as opening it. So we can do that. Get that. Now we're at 8, which is a multiple of 4. Then we get 4. But then we still need 4 more, and there's no way to get those extra 4. Oh, so close. Wow. You really almost had me. It's this close to being possible. Okay, I guess now we're gonna have to resort to doing this. Actually, one more thing. Can you, No, you can't get the brown keys from the other side. Oh, wait, but you can do this. Then you get the brown keys. Now we do this. And now this is preserved. Okay, I think we might be cooking. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're cooking with and if we're cooking or not, but we're definitely doing some interesting stuff. Okay, so you can preserve that. Is that useful in any way? I don't think it is. Oh, but what if you never got those 17 keys? Wait. Now you can... Wait... Oh. Yeah, you're at -8 now, so... There's no way to get that to 0. So yeah, we have to get these. Then you have to get the 1. And then get a 4 and a 4. Or, yeah, there's no 8 glitch knocks. The 16 could work. Oh yeah, the 16 could also work. Okay, let's try that. So now that's good. We're at -8. That's an issue. Because now if we get that... Yeah, we can't make that happen. No. So actually the -16 doesn't help. I think instead we need... this? Oh, shoot. But we'd have to get to 0 brown keys now in order to make this work. Yeah. Oh. And we only have 2 master keys, so I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, but like... yeah, I could get this. And then if I get this, now I'm at a multiple of 4. But then I don't have these, which I need to get the rest working. So yeah, if I want to get the glitch to 0... maybe the star key. I haven't used the star key yet. That's like the one element that I'm still... you know, still unused. Like I could do this, and then do this to make it through. Problem is now, this is always gonna stay at 9. So I'm not actually gonna, no, it's not gonna help me. We can't store the master keys. Like, it has to be something along these lines, right? Because otherwise it literally doesn't work. There's literally no mathematical way to get any other color to 0, except the glitch. No. Like, I know for a fact I have to get this. And the only way to get this to happen is by... yeah, no, this is not gonna get to 0. So yeah, I have to use my 2 master keys on this then. Oh, but what if you make this brown? Wait, yeah. Then you can, like, go back to it later. Then you can do that, and then you can have glitch be a color later on. That also works. Then there's still no way to get brown to 0 though. That's the thing. It sucks. But yeah, no, I would have to make that not brown anymore. Which I can only do with negative brown keys, and there's no way to get negative brown keys. So that, no, that idea doesn't work. I mean, this doesn't help. Right? And I'm just at 13. Yeah, no, it doesn't help. So yeah, we have to do that. The real question is just how do I get to here without... Like, I need to have brown keys, and I need to get to here and break this. Oh, man. Yeah, no, it just, there's no way. There's gonna be something weird that you do to make that work, but it's just a catch-22 at the moment, so it just doesn't work. Anyway, and just for fun, I'm just gonna check out... I accidentally left, but for fun, I'm just gonna check out this level. The toy box. You know what? No. That looks way too complicated. Alright, let's just do World 9 levels. So let's have a look at the extra levels. Popsicle stand. By the very nature of combo doors, there are theoretically infinitely many varieties of doors that can be generated from just a few clotlers. True, yeah. This also allows for some funny looking tall doors, just such as the ones here. We've seen wide doors before, so it only makes sense to switch up the game a bit. True. Alright, we need to get to -4 black keys. And we have -5 that we can get, potentially. But, yeah, each of these is gonna have its own problems. Okay, this is interesting. So I think it's just best that I write down what every door does. So... like here, for example, this is gonna be -2 cyan. Needs 1 orange, 1... what was it? White, I think. If I'm gonna have to write that down for every door, that's gonna be quite a thing to keep track of. And then here we need -1 cyan and -1 orange, and it's not gonna do anything. So needs -1 cyan, 1 orange, and it doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, and it also needs 0 purple, 0 white, I'm sorry. 0 purple. I don't think this is actually gonna help all that much, because I'm gonna have to write this down for everything. I think it's just best that I look at what is here. Okay, so we can also fix the number of keys that we have in place if we need to. That's interesting. There are a lot of combinations that we could do here. So, well, let's think about this for a sec. If I get these, what locks can I even open with this? Like, I can't open any of these that have a blank thing on them because I have not 0 of each key amount. So the only thing I can actually open is this. That's literally the only option. And then what I can decide is whether I want to star purple or not. So has to be first. So yeah, now we're at 0 purple. So that's good, actually. We want that. So is there anything with 0 purple that we can now open? We can open this, and we can open this. So this takes away 2 cyan. This takes away 2 white, but we actually don't want to, yeah. If we want to do this. Now, nothing else is at 0 at the moment, so there's nothing else we can open. Okay, so then that's 0. So now we have 2 key amounts that are 0. And also, yeah, one of these we're not going to be getting. So, like, that's extra options that we're just adding in. Okay, now we're at -1 purple. That allows me to open this. Now we're at -1 white, which is not useful in any way. So actually I might want to star white right now. Yeah, because everything after this needs there to be 0 white. So that makes sense. Okay. We can open... No, wait, we can't open that. We can open that. Get -1 cyan. That doesn't do anything. We can't open that because we don't have 1 cyan. We have... Yeah? Okay, but now we have 1 cyan. So we can open this, get -3 purple. But we can also open this. And considering we now always need 1 orange key, I think I'm gonna star that as well. So we can get that now. We can get that now. I think this one might be the one that we don't get. Anyway, this doesn't influence the orange count in any way. This gives us more cyan, which is good. Oh yeah, I think that's just it. Wow. Okay, that wasn't too hard. There were a lot of options, but you know, they weren't too hard to figure out. Wow, big door. That is indeed a big door. Wow, that is a really big door. Well, do you think you can decipher what it means? By the way, I'm pretty sure that there are a whole lot of ways you can solve this one. There's also an easy way to generate more solutions if you already have one, but I'll leave that up to your discretion. So it's going to be like some mathematical thing where like if you have one solution, you can generate infinitely many more. Oh yeah, I guess if you have one solution, you could just make more keys out of it. Anyway. So... okay, it's like binary stuff. Right. So we want to make 1, 3, 3, 3, 7 in... Wait, can't we just like grab everything? Can't we just like grab every key? Why wouldn't this work? Well, what can I say? That's just how it works. Like, you can easily just do that. It didn't cheese it, right? Like, that's just how it works. Oh. I did not see this. Okay, yeah. Whoops. Yeah, okay, I was thinking like, wait, that's weird. But yeah, we want to get exactly this number. Got it. So, what do we have? We have 11. Wait. Yeah, 11 orange and 14 cyan. So this is gonna be... I see what the thing is, yeah. So basically, can you make this number, 13337, with some multiple of 11 plus some multiple of 14? X, Y are integers. So that's actually the problem that we're trying to solve here. Now, I'm pretty sure that that is like kind of difficult. I mean, do I actually need to solve this? Like, how do you solve something like that? Like, I know, like, there are multiple possible solutions, but like, oh. Okay, well, let's have a look at, like, what is 13337 mod 11? That's 5. So the remainder is 5 if we divide by 11. So whatever this part is, it needs to have something with 5. No, wait, that's not right. Oh yeah, no, it is right. Because we need 11 times some number and then 14 times some number, whatever this part is, it needs to be 5 mod 11. This is why modular arithmetic was like at the start of the game, because you need to stuff stuff like this. And also, yeah, because of one other level where we had like multiples of 4 and stuff. But yeah, so considering the remainder, if you divide, has remainder 5, so 14y must be, it must have remainder 5 as well. So it's basically 5 more than a multiple of 11. I love this, man. This is really nice. Okay, then let's see how 14 fares. So what is this mod 14? It's 9. So that means that this divided by 14 has a remainder 9. So 11x has remainder 9 as well. And by the way, x and y are the number of cyan keys. I should probably also write that down. So x is a number of orange keys, and y is number of cyan keys. Yeah. Then, the thing is, 11 times some number needs to have a remainder of 9. That still doesn't pin down what the number is, right? Well, what is 11 mod 14? It's 11. What is 22 mod 14? It's 8. So it goes down by 3 each time, which is actually the difference between the two, which, you know, that makes sense. So 33 mod 14 is going to be 5. So if it keeps going down by 3 each time, then we need some multiple of 11 where oh god. Yeah, okay, we need some multiple of 11 where it, you know, gets to 9. So we have, okay, so we have 11. The remainder when you divide that by 14 is 11. 22, we go down by 3, so it's 8. Then we have 5, we have 2. Then we would have -1, but actually just add 14 to that, so that's going to be 13. So I just want to double check that that's actually true. So if you do 44 mod 14, and mod just means whatever the remainder is when you divide by the number. And that's 2. So yeah, if we do 55 mod 14 now, that's 13. Yeah, so that's 13. So 55 has 13. Then we have 10, 7, 4, 1. Then we loop back around again. Now we have wait a sec. 1, and then we have, oh yeah, then we have 9, right? Yeah. So that's after 10 times. So if I do 110 mod 14, that's 12. Oh wait, but if I do 121 mod 14, that's 9. Okay. So we basically need to have 9 in there. Now the thing is, if we have 9, then we'll also get back to 0 at some point. So, as I said, the sequence is, it's 11, 8, 5, 2, 13, 10, 7, 4, 1, 12, 9, 6, 3, 0, 11. So 0 means that it's divisible by 14, which makes sense because if you were keeping track, 0 was the 14th number. So that means that, yeah, 11 times 14 is divisible by 14. What a surprise. That's just what that means. So, okay. That means that whatever this is, whatever this x is, has to be some multiple of 11 as well. Because, or no, wait, it doesn't have to be a multiple of 11. It has to be... It can be 11, it can be 14 plus 11. Wait, let me just work something out real quick. You know what? I think I'm using a calculator enough that I can just put a calculator in the bottom right of my screen so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Hold up a sec. There we go. So, can I even, here? Yeah. So, if I do 121 mod 14, we get 9. Now, the next number where we get 9 is going to be after 14 more iterations. So that's going to be 11 times 14 plus 121. And then this number, mod 14, is also going to be 9. So basically any number that is... wait. Yeah, basically any number that is... Shoot, wait. No, that doesn't work, does it? Wait. Yeah, so wait, I did 11 times 14 plus 121. So it's always going to be plus 121, but it could be like 22 times 14 plus 121. And if I do that, mod 14, it's also going to be 9. So basically any number n, so let's say 3, times 11 times 14 plus 121. If I do that, mod 9, it's always going to be... Sorry, mod 14. What was it again? 583 mod 14 is 9. So every number... So that means... Yeah. And, okay, because... So I said that it was... What was it again? Let me... Oh God, I need to write this down. So it's... n times 11 times 14 plus 121. But 121 is 11 times 11, so we can actually take out an 11 there. So that's 11 times 14n plus 11. Yeah, so that's the formula for any number that works. So basically, what I now have is that x needs to be some multiple of 14 plus 11. Jesus Christ, man, that took a while to get to that conclusion. So conclusion 2, I guess, because this was the second line. So conclusion 2 is that, you know... Yeah, no. No, wait, no. No, let's just say, okay, so conclusion 1 is that x is equal to 14 times some number plus 11, where n is an integer. And that's the conclusion to this bottom line here. And then we can also do the same for the top one. This shouldn't be as hard. But I'll have a look. I'm not sure this is actually useful, by the way. I'm just realizing that my whole spiel may actually not be useful in the slightest. Well, the thing is, now I can maybe now I can just start trying numbers. Like, what's the closest number to 1337 that I could input for y? So, like, if I have 14... wait, what's the lowest number for x that's possible? If n is 0, then x is 11. So, yeah. So then this whole thing is 121. So let me do 13337 divided by... No, not divided by. Also, I'm doing it in the wrong calculator. 13337 minus 121. That's this. So, because we engineered it this way, this is divisible by 14. So 944. So that actually works as a solution. Yeah, it does. Okay, I really did not need to make it that complicated, I think. I think I just needed to look for the nearest multiple of 14. Okay, so this entire thing I did, I think it might be like insightful, but it's not really needed. Basically, all that you need to know is that this is not a multiple of 14. The closest multiple to 14 is this number 13216. And then the rest here is 121, and it works out. So that means that solution is x equals 11 and y equals this number 944. A solution is x equals 11, y is 944. And then you could make more solutions, but I'm just gonna keep it at that because that was already too complicated, man. Jesus Christ. Bro, the fact that I had to get on a calculator for this one is actually insane. Okay, but luckily, these keys are set up so we can make every number. So we can get 11 orange keys. And then we can get 944 of these, which hopefully... Yeah, no, it should work. We can get to 1023 with these. That's too much. Ah, that's perfect. Okay. Yes, let's go! The leet has been conquered. You know, because 13337 is leet, but like a longer leet. Okay, that one was difficult. I'm gonna close my calculator app now. Palette cleansing. Yeah, I need a palette cleanser after that last one. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you just need a whole lot of nothing to make your day better. Oh, sorry, I was talking to the door there. You probably need like a lot of food and social interaction or something to make your day better. Luckily, Keena's got that covered. Yeah, true. Anyway, we have to get all of these keys, so let's just do that. And then we need to go through this. It's like Undertale. Except if... Wait. Is that the right number of souls? It's not, is it? Whatever. Anyway, so we need to have 0 of every type of key except master keys. Master keys are actually fine. And I see the issue. It's gonna be more mathematics. God. It's gonna be more counting problems. So, this is a blast door that takes away all of our black. So, you know, we have 21 black, but then it's going to take that away from the white. So now I have negative 20 white. Now, I think the problem here is that we want to... Yeah. So we basically want to try and double some of these locks in a way that we get 0 of everything except potentially master keys, but I think that will also be 0. Now what strikes me as odd is the way these numbers are laid out. We have 1 white key, we have 3 orange keys, and then 6 purple. So the thing with these numbers is they're triangle numbers. If you've been in a bowling alley, you actually know what these are. So you know how like the pins in a bowling alley are like 1, then 2, then 3 pins, then 4 pins, and in total it's 10 pins? That means it's a triangle number. So basically a triangle number is just any number that you can make a triangle with. And so it's like 1 plus 2, or 1 plus 2, which is 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 6, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 10, which is, you know, bowling alley stuff. Then if you were to add another row of 5 behind your 10 pins, you'd have the next triangle number, which is 15. Then you have 6 more, which is 21. So yeah, it's definitely not a coincidence that these are triangle numbers, but I don't know why that's relevant. I don't know yet why that's relevant. I mean, the interesting thing about them is that they are just the sums of the first n integers. Like it's 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That's an interesting property that they have. I'm not sure that that's useful immediately. Also, like, in what order are we doing these? Let's see. I'm gonna end after this level, by the way. Yeah, so what I'm mainly wondering about now is where the master keys come in, and like why triangle numbers? Like there must be some reason behind that. Every key amount except master is a triangle number. So like 1 plus 2 plus... Wait, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus n. Or there's actually a formula for this, which I don't remember. Wait, is it n times n minus 1 divided by 2 or something like that? I think it is. Wait, if you do n is 1, then you have... Wait, if you do n is 1, I have 0. That doesn't help. Maybe it's n times n plus 1. 1 times 2 divided by 2. If you do n is 2, you have 2 times 1... No, wait. 2 times 3 divided by 2 is 3. Yeah. So the formula is going to be n times n minus 1 divided by 2. And I think you can also see that visually. I'm just going to look it up. A triangle number formula. Yeah, it's n times n plus 1 divided by 2. You know, if you want to know what I'm yapping about, I'll just put this in the chat. So yeah, every key amount is a triangle number, i.e. 1 plus 2 plus and so on plus n, or in other words, n times n plus 1 divided by 2. Oh yeah, except master keys, but we're not really including those. I guess I could add that, but you know, I don't feel like it. So yeah, if we take away this, yeah, we take away 6 from that. Then we still have 4 remaining. Now I guess, yeah, if you take away one triangle number from another triangle number, that actually gives you... Like, let's say we take away, you know, this. So we effectively, by doing that lock, we do 10 minus 6. But considering 10 is a triangle number, it's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Now, if we take away 6, which is 1 plus 2 plus 3, yeah, then all we're left with is the 4. So we're left with the last one. And I think all of these are like consecutive ones. So like here is the first one, and then on the outside is the second one. Then here's the second one, on the outside is the third one. Here's the third one, on the outside is the fourth one. Here's the fourth one, on the outside is the fifth one. Here's that. This one's special because it's a link between the start and the end, which you normally don't have. This gives us negative 20 of that, which is odd. No, it's an even number, but I mean, it's odd, like, it's strange that you get negative 20. What if we do all of these? Oh, okay, then you get multiples of 3. That's interesting. Okay, that's not what we want to do. But maybe, wait, if you do it in the reverse order, I think it will work. Yeah, now you get 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Problem is, there's no way to get rid of any other keys now, so we're screwed. So basically what we want to happen is... Wait, I'm actually really confused right now. Okay, let's... You know what? For testing purposes, let's double up each of these. Well, yeah, actually, that doesn't matter. Okay, now we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, as I said. So, the thing now is, if I do this, we get to 1 of that. If we do this, we get to 1 of that. If we do that, we get to 1 of that. But we don't want to get to 1 of that, we want to get to 0 of that. Maybe that's where this comes in. Because now I can... No way, but this just takes away white keys. That doesn't help. And in order to open this, we need... Okay, so yeah, it takes away 1 black, which... What will that do? Well, we can't know because it doesn't let me. Is there any way to get to 0 white? Well, I need to have 1 black. So I guess I can do that. So let me put a 1 there. Then let's open that. Then I'm at 1 of those. Then I'm at 0 white, so I can open this. Actually, I can't, I lied. I need to first probably just double this up a couple of times, I don't know. And then we're at 0. Okay, now we're at -5, that's not useful. That gets you to 1. Oh, I think I see what I have to do. Now we basically have to go around again, get all of these. Actually, don't have to get that one again. Just get these. Well, I can't get that one. So yeah, now I can get this. Oh yeah, this one was actually useless. Okay, now we're at 1 of this. 1 of this. 1 of this, and we would be at 1 of this, but I don't have... I didn't do it correctly, I think. Yeah, okay, so... I think I doubled every single one of them. And now do we just do it in reverse or something? Maybe we do that. Because now if I do this, it goes down to 1. But the thing is, if I do it in this order, it's just gonna subtract 1 from each of these. I actually want to do it differently. Okay, how about I double these for, I don't know. Then I get... Wait, which one gets black to 1? This one gets black to 1. Okay, then we get this to 0. But first I want to get everything else to 1, I think. So we do that, we do that, we do that, and we do that. Now I think we can get everything else to 0. Yeah. Then we get this. And now we get this to 0, and now everything is at 0. Okay, so basically what we did is we turned the triangle numbers into just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we turned it into 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then we turned it into 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, just by using blast doors. Alright. Interesting. That one was definitely not as hard as the previous one. Anyway, I'm gonna leave these next 3 levels for another stream. But yeah, that was a good progress. Like, we finished up World 7, I did quite a bit of World 10, and I did half of the extra levels in this. So I'm content with that. And you know, we also played Repo earlier today. But yeah. Let's see who we can raid now.